Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi, and welcome back to a new playthrough I'm going to be doing. You're probably wondering, yes, that right icon on the bottom right side of the screen looks familiar, and you're probably wondering, what am I doing back in the first Xenoblade game? Didn't we already beat this? Well, we missed one particular part of the storyline that I just kind of forgotten about. I'll show you where my load game is, just to prove that I did it. As you can see, yeah, I got level 99. This is the same file where I got most of the stuff done with Colony 6 and other stuff, so I just wanted to make sure that that was a thing. But there's actually this other mode that I completely forgot about. It's called Extra Story. If you click on it from the main menu, this is only after you beat the main game, I think. And is also only available after beating the original game. Well, actually, yeah. Anyways, you click on this whole thing called Extra Story, which is only available in Xenoblade Chronicles for the Switch, by the way. And it brings you to this whole other game. It's called Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected that I kind of missed. And considering there's this thing called Future Redeemed, I went around looking everywhere to find this game, and I was wondering what was going on, and turns out I actually had the game this whole time, and I just didn't know about it. Now, to try and make things a bit more simpler, I'm gonna stick with the same settings as I had on the original Xenoblade. I used original English language settings because Shulk has some of the funniest voice lines, so it'll be a nice breather from our Japanese voice playthrough. We get to actually hear proper voices we can understand. But anyways, we're gonna do a new game of this feature. I will warn you, it's not nearly as on you, but also kind of for your benefit. It's not nearly as long as the original game. Like, I think we took about 80 hours or so just to beat the original game.
Symbol. Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny.
And now we get to see what happened in the last video of the original game. Those of you don't know, yeah, this is the final boss that we fell.
Is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything.
Oh yeah, there's OG Melia too. We've seen her in Xenoblade 3, but she's quite a bit different in that game than her original appearance. So, for those of you who don't know what the cutscene is, yes, this game takes place 1 year later after the events of the original game. It's gonna look quite a bit different. It feels so nice to actually hear proper English voices, so I don't have to speak up certain parts.
There it is.
Melia, we're in sight of Alchemar.
All right, I'm on my way.
Dang, it just fired a laser beam at us. Does that mean Alchemar is now our enemy or something? I don't know. Gotta remember, isn't Alchemar like the capital, like the city of the people with wings or whatever? You know, those you know? This is kind of the reverse of Xenoblade 2 Torn of the Golden Country, by the way, where in that frame it took place before the events of Xenoblade 2, well, even earlier than that, sort of. This one took place after the events of Xenoblade 1 instead, so... Because of that, we're not on the Bionis Titan anymore. And yes, just so you know, this is more or less a bind playthrough. I didn't look at any of the storyline or many of the combat stuff. I think it still shows as the Bionis soldier, but the world looks completely different since the changes. Anyways, kind of interesting.
Guess we're still in one piece.
Quite. What in the world was that?
Nice as auto text movement too.
Myself. I saw some flickering around the capital. Then suddenly a black beam.
A black beam? Some new defensive measure, perhaps. The junks. Can it fly?
Some components sustained heavy damage. It won't budge until we can swap them out.
Right.
It's fine. They're not particularly rare parts. They'll have them in Alchemoth.
You make it sound very simple. Remember, we are still very much in the dark here.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
Sister Plum, watch out on right! I take care of it. Kino handle left side. Gotcha!
Those voices.
Are those? It's Kino and Nene. What are they doing here?
Shulk, we must help them.
Of course.
I used to seeing these Nopon because apparently this game has a lot of them. Some elements of this new adventure are very different from the adventure so far. The most major points will be introduced on in the following pages. As you progress through the new adventure, instead of chain attacks, you unlock an all-new system for performing all-out attacks. You'll still acquire a segment of the Gouge to revive all fallen allies. Adventure. Sawk has lost his power to see vengeance. This calls for more caution before when it comes to your enemy's most powerful attacks. So allies will battle in ways not present before. The skill tree system has been removed. There are further changes, so keep an eye out for them as you play. We're kind of forced to play as Velia, even though I usually play as Sokier. Since this is in the first area, we're not gonna fight anything necessarily right away. Let's, I know from this game it's really hard to fight stuff like by yourself or just with two people, so let's try to get the full party first.
Who next in line to get face full of mild down? Anyone so much as breathe this way, my son's Kino go blah blah blah.
Kino, Nene, are you hurt?
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shulk. Help very welcome. More is always merrier.
Oh yeah. Now it's time to figure out where to go for. I seem to have forgotten the move to our changing art here. Oh, now I finally got it. I completely forgot that the save is definitely like original. You have to change between.
That was amazing, you two. It was like seeing Ryan and Charla fighting together again.
Just so. Fitting. For children of here upon Ricky's household. No injuries, Kino?
Nene, very, very sorry. Kino, not so good with strangers.
Oh, really? Most interesting.
Please do not take personally.
If we stay here, there is a risk of another attack. We should move to a safer location.
Very well. Is this acceptable?
Plenty acceptable.
Right. Let's go.
Alright.
This place looks promising. We can take a break here.
So tell us, what were you two doing out there? Rather, how did you even get here at all?
About that.
Melia, I think these two must have come on the junks.
What? Are you quite sure, Shulk?
When you consider their relative positions, I think it's quite credible.
The capital, on the Bionis shoulder.
So...
Ah. So that is where the junks comes in, then. I appreciate it. But... even though we won peace with Zanz's defeat, the rebuilding continues. Much remains to be done.
I realize that. And I also know that you've been putting in every effort.
So why then?
If the capital is on the shoulder, there are people there. I thought you'd want to go.
Shulk. That's...
We could be there and back in less than half a day.
Me. Kino, maybe better to explain. We're just on a little strolly stroll when we suddenly hear voices. Now, Kino. Nene watched Kino with eyes of Rogul. Kino, follow Mr. Shulk from behind and do some sneak peekings. Mama, Sister Pon followed Kino and sneak peek on too. Meh.
So you stowed away like I thought. But what for?
Kino always look up to Dadapon. Want to become mighty Heropon too.
I'm certain Ricky would be most proud. But how did that lead to you boarding our vessel?
He see opportunity to help people who in trouble. That way, can become friends with people everywhere. Mighty Heropon make friends with every toe step. Or so Dadapon say, at least.
I see. That does explain things.
Many, many sorries. It's not fault of Sister Plum. He's not scored Nene. Fault is of Kino only. Kino. Sincere sorries. Kino wanted to repay debt. Dadapon and Monopon take Kino in when Kino all alone.
You were alone?
Is truth. One day, out of blue, Dadapon bring Kino home. Said, here is Brotherpon. That day, nobody make comment. Everyone except Kino. Kino, more happy than could say. That why. That way want to become Heropon and repay debt to family. I'm really sorry.
Kino, you do your family honor. Yours is a most noble sentiment. I am utterly certain that Ricky and Oka are proud of you too.
Actually, Melia and I are in a bit of trouble right now. We could use the help.
For really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Kino must. You really twist wing. But fine. We'll allow to be sidekicks of Kino. Kino? Wrong word. Supposed to say friends.
Those dude took a lot about Ricky, huh? I have a feeling that's gonna happen a
So,
lot in this game.
We'll be heading for the capital to find parts for the junks.
Yes, about that. It's a bit of a hike, but could we check out that cape?
I honestly
Explain.
don't know how
I'm a
the
bit concerned.
quests
What
are
you said
going to
about
go,
defensive
so...
measures.
You fear we may come under fire again. Is that it?
Yeah.
It is true. Caution frequently pays off in the long run. The cape it is.
Great. It's settled.
Legend of Heropon Kino! It all starts here! Mahey!
Alright, and the event feeder is here. We can also change the time of availing them.
The source of all life!
We can definitely do this!
Manifest yourself! I fear I have Show! Kino has great follow-up to that!
Everyone, let's go!
So we're gonna have to learn how to do the strike soon. This guy kind of just came in from nowhere, by the way.
Alright, I'm feeling it! Let's stay focused!
Winning just comes natural to Kino!
The bird literally came in from thin air. Who knows, investigate chat try interview the corresponding quiet moment if you don't already missions for a given machine. Let's switch our characters around a bit. I feel like we
These
need to play with
flowers,
Nini at least
don't
a
they
little
smell
bit.
heavenly?
Miss Melia is big fan of flowers?
Yes, because of my mother. When I was young, she often asked for my help with the villa's flower beds. How about you, Nene?
Nene also loves flowers very much.
I see. Then we have something in common. Before, when I spoke of them to a Homs friend, she said flowers are nice, but nothing beats a warm dinner. I got no understanding from her. Finally, fate sent me someone I can communicate with.
What Miss Melia say about dinner?
Oh, just talking to myself. The dinner part wasn't really relevant.
But Nene big fan of dinner too. Most of all, pollen orbs from factory in Frontier Village. They so very soft and so yummy scrummy.
Look, that's not... Hold on.
Meme?
When you said you love flowers, did you mean as a foodstuff?
Meh? There is meaning other than?
Ugh, I should have known. You're one of them. Nene, listen. Flowers are not simply special because they can be eaten. We can admire their beauty, or use them to create ornaments and works of art. And that is a great part of their charm.
Ornaments. Meme! Oh yes, Nene remember. Long ago Dedapon make Mamapon flower crown for giver's gift.
Ricky did that. That Nopon has hidden depths. In any case, I would like it if you also had an interest in inedible flowers. If you did, then you too, just like your mother in her own day, may know the joy she felt.
Okay, the next time Nene find flowers that cannot eat, Nene will make pretty flower crown for Miss Melia.
Huh?
To eyes and Nene, Miss Melia look most bestest in blue. What think?
While I appreciate the offer greatly, weren't you originally of the regarding flowers as food persuasion?
Meh? If you make pollen orbs from not eatable flowers, they bitter and not tasty.
Yes, a fair point. It is just as you say. So Nopon see different but equal value in flowers depending on whether they're edible. Maybe it was foolish in the first place to try and choose only one while discounting the other. Well then, I will humbly accept the
Oh, this
signs
is
of
like the
affection.
new art
Nene,
then.
roger that.
And yet, why do it for me? Won't Kino and Shulk feel left out?
There is very good reason.
Alright.
Nene just want to see smiling face of Miss Melia, bright as sun rays.
Oh my.
Meme? Something wrong? Nene, not say anything weird?
No, not at all. It was just how sincerely you said it. I should take a leaf out of your book.
Meh?
Precious Nene, I look forward to the gift.
Nene pull out all stops.
Although, I would feel a bit awkward were I the only one to wear one. Why don't we make them together and exchange them afterwards?
Meme? That sound wonder marvelicious. Is deal. No, in fact, is unbreakable promise.
Yes, naturally.
Yeah, some of these art scenes are quite or sort of art scenes. I'm just gonna run away from all enemies that can. Don't want to waste too much time fighting them if I don't need to. I have Velia in the party now, but I just remembered she's one of the characters I didn't really use much towards the end of the game. I know I usually use Shara in this. Rego game. Healers. Oh, I can't mine stuff yet.
Many bird people here.
Are there really only high Entier living here?
Oh there, strangers.
Ah, hello.
I see. You've had a rough time of it. However, I suggest you steer clear of Alchemoth. Even if you do somehow get there in one piece, don't expect the transporters to be running.
Oh? Why's that?
The thing that shot at you was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
The Fog King?
Yeah. Suddenly showed up in Alchemoth a few months back.
From what I gather, you're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke. Blows pass clean through it.
This seems like one of the
Ghost
either
nuts
stronger
should be
monsters or
dum-dum.
the final boss of this
So
game.
that's why you call it the Fog King.
Fog King. Okay. It'd take long
We
to find
fought
a
in
name in the
defense of
final
our home.
boss. There might be
We were
some
ready to
secret,
die,
though.
and many of us did. But in the end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attacks tore into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the High Entia and anyone else we found, and gave up the capital, so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
Maxis,
Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
I heard you.
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alchemoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could. It's true. I want to go home. But that's a dream that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives.
Maxis,
I understand where you're coming from. Still, I have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
Now what?
judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
So this means we're stuck here?
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon, I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially From knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what.
Ah yes, I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool, if ever there was one. To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the High Entia in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then.
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Gelgar is good friends! Kind thanks, Birdmister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ. If it not displease my ladyship too grossly, may I offer you my companionship on your journey? I have a modicum of skill with the blade. Please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Galgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
Similar to the first
Melia,
sale, it's
shall
just
we go
been
see for
nothing but
ourselves?
cutscenes.
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave of you now.
Do please take care of yourselves. You'll find passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
Sir Gelgar, thanks for this.
See friend later. Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.
Alright. There's no lack of people having items on this journey. Alright, okay, so we found our quests.
Hi there.
Alright. We don't have gem crafting yet. Seems we have to unlock that normally.
Huh?
Oh, no way, I've soaked too soon. Should I'd like you to throw some testing. I would normally not reach out to strangers such as yourself, but there is a limit to what I can achieve myself. So we receive requests for assistance from some of the younger companions, and I'd like you to resolve their issues. Proved too difficult, yet the volume work was high, so I was feeling quite harried. Tell me in greater detail. First, this request, which requires to gather plump wildergrass. It's gotten very lately, hence the tax of picking it is more taxing than once was. And Valdez's job of winnowing the prairie caterpie population. These in turn grow more and more numerous until their numbers need a colony. Thirdly, the request from Lomban, who was asked with handling a number of the noble bogs. Others have also been being too extra recycling and need a little population control. There are 5 lots of pomegranates and also subdue faring panthers as well as 2 noble bogs. It'd be great if you could undertake those 3 jobs for me. It's too much to ask, of course.
Hey.
Oh there, how do you feel about assisting me in my research? Come now, don't make these faces. An easy task, so say. I'll take the grimace as a happily mound, shall I? Develop this tool for excited ether deposits. A common ether pick if you were, and I'd like you to test it out, huh? You're still looking unsure and struck down by Fergius? Whereas you used to being able to mine ether deposits in the honest with run-of-the-mill tools, are you? Well, that won't work here on the Bionis. The deposits are too dense, and you need a specialized implant, i.e. this. Considerations of the Everpick were pretty heavily seated, though required training and a license to operate. So to cut for the rig of our looked to develop one that even brave people like you could use right from the off. If you prove me right, I'll even let you keep it once you're done. How about it? Oh, you'll do that? Well, that's just grand. See, I made the things mean anything if I only tested it myself. Thanks. I used to have assistant helping me, but they seemed dissatisfied for some reason. I ran out before I knew it. How's the opportunity for deposit and half the common ether pick, and use it to give the deposit a good rank. Do let me know how you get on. Heard the issue will be attended to first. Alright. So if I recall, we have to use the ether rank to get that done. So you make the present, I suppose. I'm not gonna look at all the individual sets. That didn't sound too good. What just happened, Carnell?
Hey.
Just say I didn't expect it to break so easy. Right, give it here for a minute. Let's see, so problem is durability, alright. High variety for density in the powder cylinder. It seems it crystallized into a form that's perfect for gems. Of course, the effect isn't likely gonna improve the yield in practice. Thank you all. This has been a valuable learning operation. I can feel like I can take my research to the next level. I want you to have the common ether pick as thanks, but now it's broken, it won't really do, will it? Well, that's too bad. I'll just have to give you the old retail model instead. It's got its kinks, so it requires a trained hand, but it's better than nothing, right? You should be able to use it to harvest decently high purity gems for all around, so it saves you time crafting. Alright. Well, this is how we get the actual ether pick. So you could use a tool called the ether pick to mine actual gems from deposits, not just crystals, which is nice. You can also give a deposit check back after a while. You can also you might be able to obtain a more efficient ether pick. You can mine gems of a higher rank. Okay. That's weird. It said I got poison defense, but apparently I didn't get it. That's weird.
Hi there.
I don't know. Yeah, it says in here I did get it. Well, why can't I equip it then? That doesn't make sense. That literally doesn't make sense whatsoever. And there's a bug. There. Ugh, that's the worst. I hate when that kind of stuff happens. I'm trying to actually equip that stuff, but for some reason it's not working. I don't get why we can't equip poison defense. Does that mean that that one particular one is just automatically useless?
Hi there. Hi there.
Alright. Oh, it shows you who's... it's there for. Interestingly enough. Alright, there we go. I was trying to get enough money to get a second weapon for one of the characters. That's a big damage increase that way.
Prepare yourselves. Nene, take you up myself.
Everyone, do your best.
Here goes.
We can definitely do this.
Here goes. It is starting to get toasty. Hammer, flowing through me. The source of so this is a legendary Monado.
Alright. Topple is probably going to be a lot harder to get than some of the other stuff. Alright, save my time and in terms of... Oh, can already do this apparently. Right, so, I never really got a Collectopedia up to 100%, Joe, so I'm guessing I'm going to be checking that. Oh, it shows you where each one is located, interestingly enough. Ah, there it is. I was looking for the save mode. It's doing expert mode. But, yeah, that's not gonna work. SRL is currently disabled, so once again, just like before, we are not able to do anything else. I figured since that was a lot of dialogue and other stuff, I think to save my stress, I'm just gonna end the episode right here. It's a little bit quicker than usual one, but we went through a lot of storyline, but in the next video, we at least have a side quest to do, so we're gonna focus on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!